Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome again to my podcast, Snacks Thoughts. I say again, welcome to my podcast, Snacks Thoughts. And what is my thought for tonight? Well, my thought for tonight is abandoned. 100,000 sailors, stuck at sea. And I want to give a shout out to the Silver Report Uncut, to their YouTube channel, for coming up with this particular, video, But in this particular case, you guys have heard of the cargo ships that are stuck at the ports, and obviously in California, and I believe in New York, because these are coastal cities. These are coastal states. And so you have all these cargo ships with containers on them with goods and items that have been out sea, and they're just steadily piling up. Well, what's happened is the owners, of these particular companies either have sold the companies, to new ownership, or either they've just all out bailed and they've left these merchant marines and sailors and employees, left them, hung them out to dry and just up and jetted, and they've left them out there, and some of them haven't been paid, for several months, and they don't want to, leave, the cargo and stuff like that behind, or leave their posts for fear that they basically won't be paid. And so they're stuck, out at sea, hungry, haven't been getting their paychecks. And so they don't have, any funds, to buy anything. And they're out there, stuck in survival mode, abandoned by their employer. And some of the employers have sold the company, up under their feet, without paying these particular merchant marines. So it's it's a crazy state of affairs, and that's part of the cause for the inflation that we are seeing occur in the United States. A lot of these goods, are cargo that's coming from China, but I guess they can't afford, to pay, for these cargo ships to unload and to dock, and then they don't have, I guess, enough transporters or either enough truck drivers to transport the goods. So you basically are stuck in a conundrum and in a an endless cycle with stuff just piling up, but there's no one to get. You can't get the goods, to the stores, so that the stores can sell the items, to the people. And that's, as a result, that has left, shortages of items and things that are needed in, different areas. It's bad when Walmart's shelves, are running low and empty on certain items. There was a particular restaurant that I was at, and I think they told me that they couldn't serve a certain type of seafood, I think, that they were unable to serve, and they had been out, I think, for like the past 60 to 90 days. But all of these things are causing prices to go up because of supply, and demand. Vehicles, need parts, electronic or, AI equipment, need chips, so you have all of these shortages. And, I always try to stay away from conspiracy theory, but, I hate to say it, it seems like this right here was like the perfect storm, or, a plan, well orchestrated and plotted, And And so now, you have all these shortages, and, you have people that need these goods. And so what do? And it's causing, inflation to go up like crazy, and yeah, they talking about, the debt ceiling and everything like that. But something is going to have to give, because we can't keep going, at the rate that we're going, the Feds are, printing money like they are losing their mind, trying to keep the interest rates low, supply and demand, demand's up, saying, but supply is short, but, it's a shame, that an employer, would do their employees like that, just up and abandon them. I thought that was the reason why you have insurance, to back you up just in case of emergency. So you get these sailors out there, to do all this work for you, and, to sail these ships, and all of a sudden, you get stuck in the middle because you can't pay the tariffs, or you can't pay the bill. And so you just up and leave your employees. These people, they got families, and some may be single, but, that doesn't make it, that's a human being. That doesn't make it right to leave your workforce, out at sea to fend for themselves. Who wants to work for an employer like that? But obviously, they didn't count the costs and they weren't covered. But you're supposed to have insurance, for stuff like this to cover, your employees, or that's what the purpose of insurance is, in case of. So that ought to give you an idea of exactly, what's going on, in the world in which we are living in. If that is the case, that means that we are in, some serious trouble, if times are like these, where employers are abandoning their employees, But yeah, 100,000 of them, stuck and left out, at sea, with these cargo ships with a bunch of goods, that is not getting to the stores or to the suppliers, so it can meet the demand, But you talk about this with the the I guess you want to say the call outs or the sick outs with the airlines. There are a lot of people not wanting to take, the jobs, even Instacart or some of the gig workers, going on strike. And there's other industries that are going on strike, the craziness with the Biden administration, or, looking like they trying to push us towards communism, and the American people are clapping back. You can't afford to have pilots, stewardess, you can't afford to have nurses, doctors and medical staff, leaving the job because they don't want to take a vaccination that you are trying to force upon them, and also upon their kids. And I mean, you can't blame them. You can't blame them. People want to know exactly, hey, what's up with this right here, because something don't smell right. And I understand. I knew that Pfizer. Oh man, I don't said their names. Well, anyway, I might as well keep on going. I knew that Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson and Johnson, these companies are not going to give out a, free samples, of a treatment for a virus, not without recouping something in return. And that recouping in return is called money. And that, in my opinion, I believe that is one reason why I believe that they're pushing so hard, especially trying to push it down on kids, and, how you get a man-made virus, that, somehow, you know what I'm saying, by mistake, you know, escapes the lab, and all of a sudden it causes all this damage, you know. I mean, like I said, hey, you know, I'm going to shut my mouth there, you know, and I'm going to leave that alone. But, you know, obviously you can see that other people are thinking the same thing. Something don't seem right. But look at the damage, you know, that's been caused. And now you got, you know, the world going into a spin, the chaos in the United States. It's like losing its mind. But you cannot blame people. People want to know exactly, hey, what are you putting in, trying to get me to take and put in my body? And then you want to require, like, what, a booster probably every 6 months, you know, or every 90 days, you know, come on, get real. You know, and this is about money, power, and control, you know. But, you know, anyway, back to the original point, you know. But these are the things that have led up, you know, to those sailors being stranded like that. You know. So here we are, you know. We have got, you know, a problem and, you know, issues. But I hope that those, you know, sailors are, you know, getting the help that they need, you know. But what a shame, you know, for employers to abandon their employees. And if you think they're the only industry that would do that, they're not the only one. Other than that, you wouldn't see nurses and doctors and, you know, airlines, you know, up and bailing, in which people will say, well, it was only, you know, one particular airline, you know, but this ain't the first time that it's happening. It probably won't be the last. But there are other industries, you know what I'm saying? Truck drivers. You know, people are not going to allow a system to kill them, especially when the government told them to take off from work, and Big Daddy government stepped in and, hey, you know, you cut them big checks. And people got used to that. And so now you trying to tell them to go back, you know, to taking less. And I'm not here to judge one way or another, you know, what's right or, you know, what's wrong. But there obviously does need to be some changes made, you know, by the employer in terms of, or either Congress raising up, you know what I'm saying, wages, you know, raise up wages, and also don't cut people, you know, because you have to raise up the wage, trying to, I guess, save a bottom line. Now, for smaller businesses, they need to get a subsidy, you know, so that they can survive and also take care of their employees, and also they themselves can, you know, get a piece of that pie. But anyway, I'm getting all off the point, you know. But yeah, they abandoned, you know, 100,000 sailors stuck out there in those waters, you know. And what a shame, you know. You tell me, you know. And these people, some of them are coming from, you know, different countries all over the world, you know. But I thought that's what insurance was, you know, in case of. I thought that's what it was for. But obviously, I guess they weren't insured enough. You know, they couldn't pay the tab, so they bailed. You know what I'm saying? How about that? You know, but I'm going to stop, you know, on on my mini, you know what I'm saying, rant, you know, and hopefully all is well, you know what I'm saying. I did call out the names, you know, which I normally try to, you know, stay away from. You know, I'm not promoting any conspiracy theories, but I'm just giving my opinion and just my view on it. And I'm quite sure you have your point of view and your perspective on it as well. But that's all I have for this video. You know, again, the name of this video, you know, abandonment. 100,000 sailors stuck out at sea. Really? But thanks, guys, for listening, and thank you to all those that are subscribed to this podcast, and also thank you for those that are subscribed to my YouTube channel. And the name of this podcast is Snackz Thoughts. That's SNAKZTHOUGHTS, and you can find this podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Radio PBM, and a host of other social media programs. You know, and I also am teaching on Skillshare, so I will leave a link, you know, my affiliate link, you know, if you guys decide to sign up, you know, for those that want to know how to succeed in the military. So I'm teaching course and skill shit. So I'll leave a link for that as well. And also have a YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. That's EricBroadus YouTube, or ericbroadusyoutube.com. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go over there, smash that bell to become a subscriber. Smash that like button to like the video, leave a comment, and smash the unlike button if you don't like it either, and leave a comment. Love the dialogue with you. Everybody has a right to their opinion. And please join Eric Broadus YouTube and Snack Thoughts. Share both. Push them out, guys, all right? Push them out, all right? I will see you guys on the next one. Be safe. Have a good weekend. Peace.